about to watch a video game full of a couple of sick freaks, according to Jenkins. Tinker players, sick freaks. I mean, I would say Laurel is kind of a sick freak too. He was maybe a bit of a masochist for picking Zeus in this day and age. I mean, sure, it's a great Zeus game, but
what's wrong with Zeus?
Hero kind of sucks.
Wait, why does he suck?
Because they took away his percentage-based damage off of the Delios, the shards, and now it just does it through the Q. It feels pretty bad. He's got this lightning hands meme, which is honestly not the worst, but not good enough to make him good.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, he kind of sucks. But
glad you agree.
His ult does a lot of damage.
It does a little bit more damage than it used to do.
His ult is a bolt from God to strike you down. Well, maybe there's something about this hero that's busted, but yeah, he's definitely on the decline. I would rather have the Tinker than the Zeus, honestly. I don't even think Zeus counters Tinker. I feel like that's just a lie that people perpetrate to make Tinker seem worse than he is.
Tinker conspiracies.
Yeah.
I think the Tinker Cabal doesn't want you to know that Zeus doesn't counter Tinker, guys.
No, because
it's all a lie.
You don't win the lane. You don't really counter his rotations, and then Tinker just buys BKB. And once he has BKB, he doesn't care about you.
Oh, that's sad.
I guess the new Blink is worse. Because you're still going to take damage through the BKB and it's going to mess up your Blink.
That's true.
You can't rearm it. All right, maybe this matchup got better, actually, with those new interactions. I'll hold my breath, but at least in the past, this matchup, I would never have cared. Like, I don't think Kiyotaka cares. I don't think Kiyotaka cares about anything.
That was cute. Heavily jump to be able to slow him down and get the deny of the range creep. I mean, I'll just flat out say it. If Zeus does not win this game, I don't want to see a single Zeus ever again in this patch.
Oh, you're a hater. I like Zeus. He's a fun hero to watch.
Like you said, I love this hero. I want it to be good. Unfortunately, it's bad. So, but this is a Dream Zeus game. So, if he's going to win any game, it has to be this one.
He's using all of his mana to secure the early waves, but I'm all in favor of that. You got to start winning this matchup early, win it hard, and just get on a roll, get to level 6 as fast as possible. I think Zeus ult is still very powerful in the meta. That's the one thing I like about this hero. It does do more damage now, and it also can just win you these side lanes. And winning side lanes is very valuable because it gets you Wisdom Runes, it gets you towers, and it gets you First Bloods. Hero will go down to Mr. 666.
He's been having some really good performances. I feel like the only time Ramses hasn't stood out so far is in games that, like, he wasn't needed to win, you know? Miro's going to be playing a matchup against Yatoro's Phantom Lancer, which is a notorious one right there.
Nice little boar stack. It's important we see those come online here, potentially for the Zeus later. Miro getting gone on Yatoro.
Well, the Sticky Bomb did not latch the real Phantom Lancer. Got him with the spear. If only the Sticky Bomb had landed, thought about the blast off. Still thinking about it because Miposhka does have a counter to it. He already has level 2 Sinister Gaze. That does stop blast off midair, so that's why Antares is trying to bait it out, basically.
So far, though, lane's looking pretty decent for 9 Pandas, especially with Ramses getting that first blood. Ramses has just been destroying these lanes, man.
Yeah.
I can't point to another safe lane pair between him and Solo that is consistently winning their lanes this hard. Just feels like they kill people. It's not even about some lane mechanics or equilibrium and all this nonsense. All that factors into it, but they just go there and they kill you, and you die and you lose. Sometimes Dota's that straightforward. The Ancient stacks are getting significant here, though, for Collapse, so he will have that to fall back on regardless of what happens. And mid is going pretty even. Maybe the big win for Team Spirits in this top lane. Lich, Phantom Lancer, pretty strong lane. Battling up against the techies, no easy task, but like you said, they have the answer here. Can never land that blast off, so Yatoro is mostly free farming up here, which is what you want for the Phantom Lancer in the early game.
Well, it can't land the blast off, can't land the Sticky Bomb. You put it on the PL, he doppelgangs to dodge the damage, or it lands on his illusion when he's already doppelganged, in which case...
Well, landed one there.
True. But that's only because Yotaro didn't want to use the dot.
He let him land it.
Yeah, exactly.
Got his courier, though. He can land on that.
True.
Suck it.
Man, they got a Beastmaster and a Shadow Demon.
Where
This
was the
is
clip?
Stack City.
They play this stupid Saberlight Suck It clip like 1,000 times in the morning.
Well, that's because the.
And then when I call it out, they don't have it ready?
They have
What a choke.
Suck it!
Hey.
Now they got mad I said they were choking.
That's why you got it. Never mind. Solo is still harassing Mira, and Mira's still trying to get these pulls off.
I mean, Solo scouted these stacks, so you know they're going to be thinking about it. They can get in there and disrupt them, even just leech his XP or steal some of it. They're going to be really happy. That is going to be 6 stacks on Mr. Solo. Oh, no, he went for the 5.
It's fine. He got him on the extra stack afterwards.
Yeah, but Ramsey's, he's the real victor. He gets the Solo XP, then he gets a board kill on top of it. And Collapse traded a lot of his HP for that. Even when Solo goes down, his carry is still benefiting. I mean, look. I hate to go to net worth so early, but look at the net worth difference between the 2 carries right now. Like, what the hell is this, man? This isn't fair.
Rough. Holy crap.
This is just not fair. Yotoro's getting his ass beat. He's getting slain. Meanwhile, Ramses is getting food on the buffet. Collapse is collapsing down here. Yotaro will find a small return, but it does not feel like enough right now as he gets his regen beat up again. No early ring for Yotaro means all these trades are just slightly unfavorable. And the arrow, the spear maestro. This is a disgusting advantage that 9 Pandas are already creating in this game.
Dude, even if Yotaro is suffering, like performance-wise, I don't know if Team Spirit even have a chance to be able to win this game.
I mean, if we go back to Team Spirit, I always point to these 2 side laners as the bulwark of the team.
Yes.
They're the ones who are the reliable sources of damage, team fight, laning, and they are both having a rough time in this early game. Early deaths for them, and it's not looking great outside of those stacks that are waiting. You might not be able to get to them if 9 Pandas continue to accelerate the rate they're going.
Yeah, what happens if they, like, sneak Kiyotaka into that area?
That's what I'm thinking. You smoked a Tinker in there?
Yeah.
That's deadly. Of course, Laurel is still having a decent time here, and he picks up an Arcane Rune, probably the best early rune for Zeus, as you can Arcane Rune ult and then have it back up pretty fast. So you have 350 damage coming in global here at any point for Team Spirit. That is something that can turn these side lanes around, especially versus the Terrorblade. You have to remember they have countered this Terrorblade a lot.
This might be the time to do it. Solo, whoa, Solo taking a lot of damage from those hard camps.
You know Collapse is mad about this one.
Yeah, he did not want to give this one up. Marl's going to come back in, help with the punish on Solo. Solo flying away into the trees, though, not dead yet. And in fact, the Wisdom Rune,
The illusion.
Ramses, he denies it. Oh, beautiful stuff. Laurel finally pops that ultimate to be able to get the kill on Solo, but that, I mean, well worth it. Well worth it.
Still feels like 9 Pandas are just inching out the minor victories in these exchanges. Denied Wisdom Rune. Sure, you get an ult for the Bat Rider, but that's not really what you're looking for with the Zeusel, right?
No.
Especially on Solo, of all players, and when he went in an aggressive dive position to steal some of that stack. Just ruining Collapse's day, man. Now he's instantly back bottom. They have meta back up, and Ramsey's back to work. Clearing through the enemy heroes.
Anybody shows up?
He's level 7. What in God's name has happened down here? That a safe lane carry is level 7 at 7.5 minutes.
I swear to God, if the panel is like, well, fucking Laurel didn't do his goddamn job.
This game is not going to have anything to do with Laurel if Team Spirit lose it, I'll tell you that much. These side lanes are rough. That said, Team Spirit, if we learned anything from yesterday, it's that their strength is maybe in the recovery. Like, they are really good at taking team fights for when they're behind.
Yes.
And so sometimes this laning phase just doesn't even matter for them.
Boop. Doppelganger's a little bit early there. Still takes damage and, interrupt the spear, but he still lands it. Yotaro still falls. Laurel cuts in, TP's in for this fight. We'll be able to get one kill and probably a second one on Tari's. Disruption after the blast off. spares him from the damage. They'll get the kill, obviously. Eventually, Laurel picks up a double.
And Laurel's having a great game. 3-0. He has another ult up because of that Arcane Rune earlier, so there's another high kill threat that can come out right now. And honestly, you'll take this fight if you're Spirit. I mean, Toro goes down, but it's kind of whatever. Some early deaths for PL don't mean too much. You'd much rather have your Zeus and your supports getting the XP and coming online because there's so much of your early mid-game damage.
Especially since your Wisdom Rune got denied, you are experience starved. And we've talked about how kills make up for the loss of the Tome a lot in this patch.
Back towards bottom end. Solo has just been running at people.
Yeah, yes.
Non-stop on this Bat Rider. Creating chaos.
I like how, you know, like, he seems to be quite at home with the Bat Rider. You know, he's an old school player. Bat Rider has not been a support almost ever, but it seems like he's slotted this in pretty nicely. I guess an old dog can learn new tricks.
Solo has waited 15 years to play this hero.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Thinking about Scotty already, huh?
He's got big dreams.
Wow, okay. Why not the Midas? He went Midas last time when he was super far ahead.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him in an interview.
All right, double pick up here for Laurel. Well, it doesn't get the last hit, but Thunder God's Wrath helps them secure both the support kills again. Kiyotaka trying to help out, but... I
mean, Kiyotaka, he hasn't been finding these early kills. Even though the side lanes were kind of going well for Nine Pandas, the early engagements, there just was an opportunity for him to come in and really clean anything up, which is normally what you'd want to have happen with this hero. He's still very farmed, but Laurel's definitely got the better end of it in the early game. 4-0, Phylactery already online for the Zeus, and another regen rune. Man, he has gotten good at power runes this game for sure. No complaints there. This is a lot of early damage coming out. They're just going to smoke him, get him involved, try and potentially find the Terrorblade.
On the note of the...
ult him into the dirt, and his Collapse finishes his Ancient stack here. That was what that skirmish was about, so he's happy to collect the space. Finally, some breathing room.
On the note of the Tinker, I think that it's largely a factor of Nine Pandas winning the lanes too hard, the lanes being pushed in so much, right? All of these fights are happening very aggressively on Team Spirit's side.
And look at the smoke. Right on point.
Now he's got a Sunder. When is he going to use it? Trying to stop the burst.
Oh, that was too early.
Gets off the wand. Maposhka maybe using that Sinister Gaze a little bit too early, and it's going to get Laurel caught and killed as well. Dominating Shriek being fed back to the hands of Nine Pandas. Kiyotaka is now full on, ready to go, fully operational.
Huge turnaround for Nine Pandas off that Sunder, and they're going to
we got him with the blast off, so maybe they can still get this kill? Nope.
I mean, honestly, kind of just unlucky from Maposhka, too, though. I mean, well played by Ramses, unlucky from Maposhka that there was no bounce target for that Chain Frost. If there's a neutral creep up, if there's an illusion next to Ramses, he just dies. You just throw it instantly and he's gone. But it was only the Terrorblade there, and that made that gank very awkward. Also, generally, this type of play, you'd want to make it with the Lich +1 while Zeus is farming and can contribute with the global. Like with a stun hero, probably more straightforward, but he does have the Phylactery. You can't really blame him for that play. It was a good idea. Hit right on point, but again, Ramses is just ready for you. Those extra levels off the kills in lane. Even the extra Falcon Blade health probably saves him there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Itemization, that's why you don't go the Midas, because he knows he's going to get ganked by the Zeus and he wants the extra HP cap.
True. And he's also not going the Manta because, I guess, against Zeus, you just want to stat up as much as possible. Your illusions are going to die pretty quickly otherwise.
You also need to hit this window where you can actually have impact versus all the counter picks because you're playing versus the Phantom Lancer as well. So you kind of want to hit a good butterfly timing here. I think Scotty Butterfly is on the menu. And then you just try and take the fight to Team Spirit and close out the map. Put Kiyotaka in a good enough position where even if the answers to Terrorblade come online, the Tinker is going to carry the rest of the weight.
Yeah.
As Nine Pandas, 2 carries continue to pull ahead here. Even some extra stacking for the Kyo Tinker as he works towards that Shivas. I mean, Collapse, he did the work for himself here. No way around that. And he is top of the net worth for his team for a reason. What does he go, though? That's the question.
What does he use all this net worth for?
Because this is not an Axe Beastmaster game. I don't think you're getting in there and drumming anybody.
Yeah, I feel like you need a early Blink Dagger, honestly.
He does need Blink at some point, but he's just going to go the Auras. He just wants the pipe. He wants the Crimson. wants to ball up and help his Phantom Lancer and Zeus take the engagements.
Got him with the purge. The TP's already coming in from 9 Pandas. They're going to punish.
Yeah,
Mira.
Hero.
Can't get the disruption. Nothing's going to stop this Tinker from coming back into play. And as long as he has the vision for this final little bit, they'll get that one. Look at the Wisdom Rune steal.
Ooh. Nice
Nice use of the smoke to get away. Antares, meanwhile, using his own smoke to steal away yet another Wisdom Rune.
9 Pandas on points with these little objectives.
Yeah.
I mean, smoke will save you, but that costs you a smoke. You almost feel like maybe that's not worth it in a way. The smokes are very valuable for Spirit to try and get on 9 Panda's side of the map and shut down the Terrorblade and the Tinker. Like,
if they're
Kiyotaku's
confused.
fine with that.
Like, how did that Wisdom go away, right? Because you got the Beastmaster farming the Ancient stack, so they didn't come through the bridge area. And otherwise, you have to go through the tier 2. It literally has to be a blinking type hero with a smoke to pull that off. That's the only way you can do it.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Sometimes you don't want to know. Quick little smoke from 9 Pandas with their killers here. Blink on the Mars, ready to find the jump. They're looking for Phantom Lancer. Solo will scout him out, then this should be a kill.
Oop, 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 oop. Do you get the real one? They do. Oh, but they don't know it's the real one. He has a chance. 2 seconds till the Doppelganger's back up, but 2 seconds too many. Kiyotaka lays it down, Blazer. Maposhka attempting a kill here. Barely TP's out in time.
Just wanted to stall up the wave, kill some illusions, kill some creeps. Sure. I don't like you. Was going to kill him with double ulti orb already up for Ramses, but decent attraction. We'll get that bottom tower as a result. DD Rune for Laurel help pushing that down with the Beast, and the pipe is completed for Collapse. That pipe is going to be really powerful in this game. The earlier you can use it, the better you're going to feel. I just don't know what the group up is. They don't really have the Terrorblade who can combine with the Beast to take objectives. It's a Phantom Lancer game. You kind of have to play it slow, get his items, and take the fights around Yatoro. Just so much time for 9 Pandas to come online. Blink Dagger finish for Solo. He has finally achieved his dream cap. He's not last in net worth. Woo! It took the man 15 years, but he's gotten the farm priority.
By God, I've done it.
I mean, sometimes Daddy Solo's got to lay down the belt and say, enough's enough, children. I'll show you how it's done.
Wait. Oh.
By the way, he's still buying blood grenades. This man empties the inventory.
Oh, the roar pushes back Antares. Not like the damage would have been enough anyway. There's nobody here from 9 Pandas. Maybe I spoke too soon. Miro throws the arena with Ramses here as well. Unfortunately, only locked down one of these heroes, so the rest of Team Spirit is going to be able to walk away. Laurel courting with danger there underneath the tower, using his haste rune.
Yeah, he's got every power in this game. It really helped Team Spirit in these fights. Regens, Arcane's haste, nice robot collapse. They'll get some cheeky kills and get out with all their cores. Pretty close to getting trapped in that arena. Then you're looking at a very different story as Ramses comes in with Scotty completed, by the way.
Yeah.
Incredibly fast timing for him on this item. Must be one of the fastest we've seen. I'd like to see the stat on that. If we could pull it up.
In the meantime, he's going to be working towards a very fast BKB.
6.5 faster than the average.
Wow.
Yeah, that's up there. I mean, of course, he skipped the Manta here, but even had the Falcon Blade on top. So damn farm. Lasso up in 20, otherwise I think Soul would be jumping in there.
The Shiva's done for the Tinker means all of these lanes are going to be pushed in all the time, and that is something that's going to be a bit of a problem for Team Spirit, right? They don't have the best ways to keep up with this, especially since you do not have a Boots of Travel hero.
This Tinker is going to become a big problem for Team Spirit here, unless they can get some Zeus connection on him or some Blink on Collapse, just still a ways away. They're just going to be relegated to trying to kill supports. You have a chain.
Oh, gotta be careful. He's gonna be hunted down by Miro with Kiyotaka in the back and Antares to do the follow-up damage. Laurel is struggling right now. Hops out of the arena, delivers a little bit more damage.
Well, they got the roar on the Tinker.
Around. They do manage to get the roar with the Chain Frost. Still going, still chugging through these heroes.
He blinks out.
Blink out though. God, that shield's so annoying.
No
Oh,
way.
he TP'd back. No!
The last bounce did not connect, and there's no follow-up damage.
Oh, and just like that, he's back into play again.
To haunt your dreams and haunt your pubs.
Oh, he's going to get a second kill off of Solo's lasso, too. No, actually collapse. Does manage to TP away in time. The Frost Shield helping him significantly there.
Frost Shield, Vanguard, and a Cult Bracelet. Every little thing adding up to tankability here for Spirit. That's one of those tinker kills that is going to come back to haunt you in this game, right?
Yes, yes.
Like, you get a solo buyback, it's an okay fight for Team Spirit, but man, every time you take Kiyotaka off the field, you're going to be really happy with the time and space you're buying for Yotaro. I mean, it's just a morale victory, too. It's like, we got the tinker. You're not invincible. But no, he actually is invincible.
Something they're going to have to think about for the rest of the game. Could that kill on Tinker could have changed the game? Because we are closing in on the Aghanim Scepter on Zeus, right? And it is sort of a snowball effect where if you can keep the Tinker down away from this BKB, you get this Aghanim Scepter, all this magic damage on the Zeus. Maybe you keep catching him out.
Zeus is going to give him the windows in the fight with that change. Like, you ult, you have 3 seconds guaranteed to find this Tinker with something else. That is a nice aspect here. That's gonna mess Kiyotaka up.
Yeah, but if he has the BKB and a barrier on him, then you're not doing the damage.
Sure.
Right, so.
I guess that's still the downside of this matchup. Tinker still doesn't care.
Anytime you can be blink lassoed and Kiyotaka can join in if there's a creep wave.
Will be Ag's finish for Laurel. So they have a bit more lockdown, a bit more global damage. More ways to deal with Tinker in the fight. And there it is, put to use instantly, but they can get the Roar follow-up.
Yeah, but there's no damage behind this. Now they've chased maybe a bit too far. Miro gonna get him with the arena.
Really
the Glimmer Cape is gonna help out quite a bit. He is very tanky to Chain Frost, doing a lot of damage.
Oh, damn
In fact, it
tanky.
bounced over to Antares and Rams. He's going between the two of them. What are these Chain Frost?
He has a Sunder. Can he get it off?
Can he get it off? One more second. Miro interrupting a little bit there. Tried to go for the Sunder. Got it on the right Phantom Lancer too. How did he do that? Miro TPing out. He's good. Meanwhile, Disruption on Ramses. They kill the illusions from the Disruption, knowing that it's a threat. Kiyotaka pushing back against the Team Spirit. Antares had to buy back still for that one, though.
Another early game support buyback for 9 Pandas. That was the dieback for Solo. That is why he's still dead here for 30 seconds, even after all of that. It's going to cost some support net worth here, which is going to be debilitating. And God damn, his collapse tanky, man.
Yeah, Pipe, Crimson Guard,
no
Glimmer
damage.
Cape, Frost Shield. It's physical, magical, it doesn't matter. You're not doing damage to him.
Just a good read by Spirit. They're hitting their stride in this mid game with the auras and the survivability and willing to take these fights.
Oh, he had the Frost Shield on him.
That's why. All right, they're not as scripted as we thought. It still looked cool though.
It did. I mean, it's still hard to get that click off in the middle of a stressful
It's
situation.
very easy to misclick those. Some players just know though, man. They just know the real PL. It's instinct. Why'd you kill the Rune, man? What?
Dire's middle tower
What the hell?
Don't want that filthy Invis rune.
There was... I think it's less efficient to kill it.
Yeah, because you do it through
Yeah.
a whole attack animation.
Just shift click, pick it up. That's some spite. What's he got against the runes? Maybe he's mad that Laurel got all the power in this game.
Maybe he's mad that it was an Invis rune. What it could have been a haste, DD, illusion rune. He would have loved that.
Ramses shows mercy to nothing.
Whoa, Solo, too fast for you, Maposhka.
Yeah, this Sly veteran still got some moves. Maybe in another 10 years, my friend.
Yeah, you may have won a TI, but this man was a back-to-back ESL 1 champ.
Ag's closing in for Yotaro. It's going to be a lot of damage ramp for him. Did get nerfed a bit, but I still think this item is very strong. Just lets you take those outside engagements where you don't have to commit in right away versus the Tinker, the extra bounces, and the damage coming off that with the slowest still formidable. It's still going to be annoying for the 9 Pandas heroes who want to get in close on you and just run you down. Yeah. Particularly the Bat Ride of the Mars, even the Terrorblade, the extra illusion on him over the duration of those fights becomes obnoxious and it drains some mana. So I still like this build-up from Yatoro. If he can get to the item beyond that, which is probably the heart, then you're in pretty good territory to try and win this game off that power spike. Like, Team Spirit have survivability in these engagements. That is the biggest factor versus Tinker. Can you last long enough to find the openings? As Solo continues his hunt. The eyes of a bat.
Spotting some heroes. Kiyotaka is going to march forward. Getting Ashiva's fighting Laurel. That's a big kill if they can get on top of him. Miro tries, but he's already hopped away. Laurel gets out. The other hero's still stuck in the arena. Collapse in Mira. Once again, the Crimson Guard pipe makes this kill slow. Mira is the one to die here. The blast off, and you actually have Kiyotaka that's going to jump onto the techies. Can't get the damage on him. Ramsey's blinking forward, trying to finish off Collapse. They'll finally get him. The Chain Frost, though, bouncing around, does hit Solo and Miro. Only getting the kill on Solo. 3 dead on the side of Team Spirit. 9 Pandas. Some of those heroes lucky to still be alive. Close call.
Kiyotaka just gets 2 full fights out of that, man. Yeah. An entire one at the start. He goes to Fountain, comes back on top of the Tinker, and at that point you have to get the hell out. Team Spirit cut their losses. Of course, that's a fight Yatoro is not even at, so you're taking it 4v5. It's pretty close, honestly, in terms of damage, but yeah, just getting overwhelmed with the second round from the machine. Survivability still looking decent here for Team Spirit. That's
efficiency.
And I like, this is the kind of blink dagger I wanted from Ramsey's last game. He will pick it up here. This is nice, because you want to just get in there with the Tinker, be hitting during the windows where you're both super strong, be able to output the damage in the arena. I like these early blink dagger pickups on Terrorblade in these types of games. I think they help a lot.
Man, with Tinker and Techies both blowed up creep waves instantly, you're just constantly having to do lane upkeep, constant maintenance. And it does mean the Team Spirit naturally have to split apart sometimes.
Midas
Techies? Hell yeah.
25-minute Midas on a support Techies. That tells you they are confident winning the late game here.
He's trying to play for that level 25 talent, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. Why not? Pick up a Mask of Madness, get in there.
There it is. Lasso into Techies, or Tinker, TPing in. Do you manage to get the spear onto the real Yatoro? He takes so much damage at the start of this fight. It is so bad for Team Spirit. Now, Kiyotaka is low on mana. Do you manage to get the Primal Roar on him, so maybe this is okay trading him out. That doesn't feel the worst, but he actually buys back. He wants to get back into this. A blink away from Collapse, though. Doesn't get caught. Kiyotaka is going to march after them. Blinking forward. Shiva's catching Collapse. Collapse, not sure what to do. Has some help from the Lich. But the damage just keeps raining in from the Tinker. They don't have a way to stop him, but he managed to blink away. Somehow the Shivas did not connect.
Yeah, Poshka has been owning these fights, man.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely owning them. The early Glimmer Cape, the net worth he's found in this game, look at how rich he is. This is a ridiculous amount of gold for a Lich to have. He just has Philly running the whole time, finding the assist, finding illusions with the Chain Frost in the fight. He has a lot of low cooldowns that are getting put to work between the Glimmer and the Frost Shield, making his heroes durable. Absolutely owning.
Rise up, you know? Solo and Maposhka.
Yeah, they're really making a name for themselves in this series, at least.
Yeah.
Or not a name, making their impact felt.
Yeah, Solo and Maposhka trying to make names for themselves.
I mean, sometimes you say the wrong word, you know. I'm sure these 2 up-and-coming 5s will find a place in the scene eventually.
Yeah. You're going to call Solo a TI winner next?
Hey, I redeemed myself. Hey, at least if I say Team Spirit are a TI winning org, I'm correct on that one.
It's true. It's true.
9 Pandas trying to do Roche, but they will get contested here. Feels like it always happens to him. Now they're going to have to take the fight. Ags completed on Ramses?
With the Blink Dagger? That's pretty scary.
Very aggressive. And the shields are on all of them right now.
And they are doing Roshan. Little by little, Team Spirit, they're going to need to get in here. Miro's going to strike first. Once again, he finds Yatoro, but there is the disruption. That's going to bail him out of a lot of damage. They do not want this Phantom Lancer to be too low.
A lot of chaos going down right now and a lot of mana being burnt out from 9 Pandas. And of course, the meta is out.
But do they know about the Aghanim Scepter? They might think meta's out, and this is where exactly Rams is going to thrive. He got them all! That's going to be a huge fear with Lasso back on the other support as well. He does manage to disrupt himself, but he's going to come back into a world of pain. Rams is going to go to work, and Kiyotaka is coming back in now, but they've already blown up the Terrorblade, and they took out the Bat Rider, who was carrying the TP in from Kiyotaka. So now he's late to the fight to come back into this to contest this Roshan.
It's so low.
He's fighting for it, though. Shiva's giving him the vision. Team Spirit lacking a... Oh, they didn't catch him. BKB is going to go off. Can Kiyotaka hold strong here? Barry goes out, but they fight through it so quickly. He just gets gone on by 5. Can't stand up to that kind of damage. And Mira, who had already thrown everything that he'd had, could not help the Tinker.
That's a dieback for Kiyotaka. Still 5 minutes on that cooldown, which means he's dead for 100. That is Roshan going into Team Spirit. They just jammed their way through the damage. There's no other way around it. Sick fear by Ramses, catches them all. They finish off the Lich, who is carrying these engagements with the utility. But none of the cores from Team Spirit are going down, and Laurel, king of the hill, quite literally, he just sat on top of this gate with high ground vision of everybody forever, bolting them from the heavens. They talk about Zeus sitting on the throne of Olympus, Cap. Who was contesting him?
Nobody there from 9 Pandas to be able to shut him down. Collapse also got a roar off on the Terrorblade to prevent any sort of Sunder action. I mean, Team Spirit, just fantastic job of kiting around. And this is what you were talking about early on. I mean, yeah, laning phase went to 9 Pandas heavily, but you got to watch out. Team Spirit are one of the best teams in the world at team fighting.
Especially from behind. I don't think we see another team that fights as well consistently from down 10, 15K position.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like they're down. They make these fights so close, and sometimes like here, they just win them. Very scary team to try and close out games against. This is probably their best attribute overall at the moment. Pulling this game back to a 3K deficit when it looked like it might have just been out of control if you get that Roche, but now you're in a solid position because as has been discussed, this is a very tough Terrorblade game. As farmed as Ramses is, as much as he tries to force his timings into Team Spirit, at this point, you can't help but feel like this net worth is not going to be as strong as it was for him last game just because of the matchups. He has to fight into the PL illusions that were killing him during the roar duration. He has to fight into Zeus, who's outranging him.
He's also about to get the 20 talent, which gives you another 6% on that Arc Lightning zap.
Yeah, very strong talent. The 20 and the 25 for Zeus are incredibly valuable, especially when you get to late game because you have Octarine lowering all your cooldowns.
And it's interesting. I feel like both those talents, one's an anti-Tinker talent, one's an anti-Terrorblade talent. Which one is he going to go for, you know?
I think you take the plus 6%.
I think so, too.
I actually don't even know how worried you are about Tinker at this point with how much sustain you've shown.
Oh! You're going to be a little bit worried if Yotaro dies. What a save from Mira! A blink in disruption that bails Yotaro out of a ton of damage, but they're still caught inside the arena. They're going to turn around, Primal Roar, go for the Terrorblade, go for him, see if they can stop the Thunder. They do! They kill him just in time! It all starts with a save from Mira. And now Miro is going to have to BKB blink out. They only lose 2, but losing their carry has to be the worst feeling for 9 Pandas. Kiyotaka is going to have to just struggle around the map, rapidly pushing it out.
Collapse knows who his target is in these fights. He is running and gunning for Ramses every time. The Roar Terrorblade, there's just no counterplay. There's no save on this 9 Pandas lineup. Ramses dies every time. The illusions are burning his mana. The Zeus is bolting him. There's no counter initiation here. Sure, you can throw out an arena, but Yotoro's happy to sit in that arena and just fight it up under the AoE protection from his Lich, under the auras from Collapse. The sustained team fight from Team Spirit is just dominating. 9 Pandas in the 5-on-5 right now.
And when you don't have save, the next best thing is some sustain from items.
Which he doesn't have either. There's
Which
no
he doesn't have because Antares went Midas.
Well, I don't know if I'd blame the Midas here.
I mean, he could have gone mech. That mech would have made the difference there. He would have gotten Thunder off.
There's a decent argument. I mean, you could also say this Axe has not paid off for Ramses either, right? It looked really good in the one fight, but that Axe could be a Satanic.
That's true.
It could be a Lincoln's. It could be a Silver Edge to dodge some of the initial initiation. I mean, the Axe is great if you find the jump, but it's really bad when Team Spirit just go on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9 Pandas, they need to find solutions here. They need to find them fast, more sustain, more survivability, especially for their Terrorblade. Team Spirit are just ignoring Kiyotaka, it feels like. He's had free reign in these engagements, but they don't care. They're just too tanky. And they believe that as the Terrorblade dies, the Phantom Lancer and the Zeus are going to be able to carry these fights, which so far has proven to be absolutely true. Kiyotaka will finish up his E-Blade looking towards that Ags. Once they get the Shrink Ray online, scale up his damage, have a higher impact in terms of threat. That'll be hard done for Yatoro, and Nullifier for Collapse.
Oh, great reaction from Solo.
God damn.
He just turned on a dime. Ogre's Heel Totem to be able to get him some distance, Force Staff some more, blinks out. I mean, they used the Thunder God's Wrath to reveal him in the first place, so very impressive.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, Laurel has gotten so many power runes this game.
Oh, yeah.
It is ridiculous. He finishes off another Arcane and will pick up a Shield rune. I don't know if he's been close to dying at all, but this will definitely help him if they do get on top of him.
Tower is under attack.
So,
13 runes activated.
do you know if the laser Shrink Ray, does it shrink the illusions that it hits too?
Don't think so.
In which case, you kind of can tell which Phantom Lancer is real. He's going to be smaller.
Maybe it... I'm not sure, man. That's a weird interaction.
Yeah, I want to see this one. Mira, bye-bye. Oh, man. Anyway, he almost has that Aghanim Scepter, so we'll see it put to the test.
I guess it should shrink them, but it's also a question of, do illusions have a model size in that sense? He's going to find Poshka, who has a gem, by the way.
Oh, that is extra nice.
Finding some little pickoffs on the map right now.
Yeah, what happened to Team Spirit's big old team fight? All of a sudden, they're getting picked off all around the map.
It's a lot of time for 9 Pandas to get their next items, and those were the support diebacks, or at least Maposhkas as well. So these little support pickoffs, it's a lot of time you have in a 5-on-4. You have to sit there and think about that gem you just lost.
Yeah, what behooved them to have one support in the top part of the map and one support in the bottom part of the map?
I think they were just trying to set up casually, look for maybe the pickoff. They have Zeus who can contribute the global damage.
Kiyotaka, gotta be careful, he does have that E-Blade.
so
They're gonna use a great fear with the arena. That is a massive hit. The laser's gonna start going to work, shredding through these heroes. Team Spirit just trying to get out with any heroes that they can, but it's 4 dead, no buybacks.
That Shrink Ray destroyed him. Absolutely massacred him inside that pit. I mean, why were they so clumped right there?
I don't know, but Ramsey saw his opportunity. He pulled the trigger, and finally that Aghanim Scepter paid off.
He feared all of them into the Mars arena, right on top of each other. I mean, this is just a mispositioning from Spirit, and they get instantly punished from the recognition of 9 Pandas. Sick arena, sick fear, and Kiyotaka just goes to work, shrinking them all down to size. And back into their base he goes. Only Yatoro is alive right now.
Now he's got Poposhka behind him. He's going to be trying to use that that shard, which is pretty nice.
What a timing for 9 Pandas to hit. That was Swift Blink for Ramses, and that Ags right on line for Kiyotaka. They just find him clumped. Can't ask for anything better here. Suddenly the gold lead back to 9 Pandas' way.
116 Phantom Lancer illusions killed. That's quite the number.
Also, we were talking about level 25 talents in this game. The Tinker one can also be very obnoxious depending on what you take. And he will have it off of that little, or that big centaur that he shrunk.
Goes for the mini stun.
This is one of those talents, you just feel it and you wish it was not there. So annoying in the fights, just constantly getting stunned.
Yeah.
There's nothing big to interrupt here, but hey, maybe you get a gaze. Maybe you interrupt a cast animation or something.
Sure.
And the slows are going to be nice. Extra little time for Ramses to get in there and get the right clicks in. Another battle for Roche Pit Control.
Toro, away he goes. That's what that shard is going to do for you. Create a little bit of confusion. Make it harder for Miro to get these initiations. and maybe even scout out the Tinker. I mean, if he can invis spot the Tinker and they get the Thundergut's Wrath and the Nimbus to drop down, they can maybe at least get BKB or E-Blade out of him.
So much firepower for 9Pandas right now. Refresher completed for Miro as well. You're going to have double arena in this fight as Yatoro tries to force the engagement by committing for the Roshan. He has heart here. It's not going to cost him too much.
They're giving up the high ground.
Solo's
Solo,
in.
he
Didn't
immediately
find
tries
it.
to jump in to get
The
the
gaze.
initiation, but he dies immediately. But the arena, it catches 3 inside. Immediately the fear going off on the side. Yatoro going to chase after support. Spots Kiyotaka, but he's just waiting for his heroes, his allies, to get out of this arena situation. The Chain Frost still bouncing around strong, but the BKBs are eventually going to hold strong. And Taris is going to be swept up as Yatoro finally finds a mark there with all these illusions damage. Builds it up, chases after him now. Ramsey's thinking about turning, especially with Kiyotaka right behind him. Kiyotaka goes straight into that one, gets the blink away just in time. Gotta be careful though, Ramsey's also blinking back in. Kiyotaka, they're gonna try and kite it around. The nullifier guy used on Kiyotaka, but high ground to low ground to back to high ground again, brings down Collapse. Now Yatoro, without that sort of backup, Moposhka, he doesn't want to get close to this one.
You know Ramses wants to go back in with his Tinker friends supporting him. They want the big prize. They want Yatoro off the map. Buyback from Collapse.
Getting off the BKB, but he got it off just in time. The Sinister Gaze not
He's
there.
so
The
low.
buybacks though. Kiyotaka, is he going to be saved? Is he going to be able to get the kill on Yatoro? No, he's not. The buybacks will be the end of him. Ramsey's going to have to wait on the side. He slows him down. Miro, he's going to help. Yeah, he's immediately going to buy back and go onto the Mars. The second life for the Tinker, chasing out to Yatoro. He wants this mark. He needs him bad, but he's not going to be able to get him. They drifted away into the trees outside of sight, outside of mind. So they head back to Roshan. No, they head back to the Lich, who got a Chain Frost off once again, doing some damage to Ramses. Half health. Yatoro starts committing. Does manage to dodge the spear. That's a big one. Goes for Solo. Goes for Ramses. Which one are you going to go for? He got him. Man, and finally managed to
back for Ramses.
They're going to chase after him.
Kiyotaka.
One more. He goes for the lasso, but the axes will cut him down. They finish him off, and that 9Pandas are left with just Ramses in this fight. It was right on the edge, the slightest of margins for this fight, but Team Spirit win it.
Kiyotaka doing 12,000 plus damage, but cannot get the team fight win as Team Spirit kited out so long. Roche goes down to the daytime, and godlike for Yatoro. He kites that fight perfectly. Shard paying off, Ags paying off, even that Orchid helping buy time on the Tinker where he doesn't want to BKB for it. That was all the buybacks in the world for 9Pandas, and they can't win the fight. Another fantastic roar from Collapse to find Tinker off the buyback as well with this nullifier to clinch the kill. And Laurel was stuck in his own man fight versus Kiyotaka top for half of that engagement. Just trying to survive and somehow manages to. He wears through all of the Tinker's mana. This Zeus is not so squishy as Mira will get nags out of Ramses here. That was 9Pandas' fight to win to close out this game with the Tinker level advantage and basically being full slotted here. I mean, you're looking at a Dagon 5 potential, but now with that dieback, Strength Blink back on the menu.
Now you're going to have level 25 on Laurel for this next engagement, level 25 on Yatoro, which is big. I mean, that doppelganger cooldown, that's a massive talent, I think, against this Tinker setup. No, he actually goes to critical strike instead. He goes for the damage.
He wants the man fight with the Bloodthorn plus that extra crit. Just, it's gonna massacre Ramses if he gets on top of him. Still, we should mention Team Spirit, they used 3 buybacks for that fight as well, right? They used 2 cores between the Zeus and the Beastmaster and Moposhka, who has been owning these engagements.
Did he get 2 Chain Frost off in that last fight?
He messed Ramses up, man. He has been messing him up all game. I mean, Ramsey sundered him back to full, and then he basically got down to a third again, just off the Ice Spire. Really been a big problem for him. Yeah, he's taking Sunder cooldown for a reason here. He needs the extra HP in these engagements. Will be a big factor if he can get multiple ones off. But those 2 big carries from 9Pandas, they are just getting kited. Kited hard. They'll give the Aegis to Collapse here, by the way. They want 2 lives on the Beastmaster over the Phantom Lancer, over the Zeus. That is a very bold move. They just want to guarantee these roars land. I mean, these roars have been fight-winning if you can find them. But it's taken 2 lives a lot of times.
Yeah, now with the cooldowns, he can maybe get 2 of them off in a fight. off that level 25 talent. Looks like we're still having some FPS issues. Not terribly surprising with 2 Illusion heroes and Tinker throwing around a bunch of crap everywhere. It's just PL moment. Really?
I mean, we've all had the PL moments as Ramsey's little doppelganger out of his chair. Whoa. How's the game going? All right, no.
little bit of spice. Yeah. Very tense match. 32-32. Even kill score. Even net worth, basically.
Only in a fully Eastern European game would we have 32 versus 32.
I like how they're explaining.
You don't know,
If
man.
you don't know, it's the Phantom Lancer Illusions.
Chat lag.
Chat lags, not PL lags. Haven't heard that one. Well, it seems like the boys are having some fun with that. Well, as long as they find it
I
fun.
like how Toro's like, really? And Solo's like, no.
No.
Solo does not have time for shenanigans.
Solo's straight-faced contrarian. All right, so we've seen how the fights go the way of Team Spirit. How does...
Oh, Kiyotaka pulling a GPK? Says he's ready to go without his carry player.
Yeah, Eastern European, you know?
The CIS mids, man. they know they're going to 1v5 anyway. Like, that game's probably easier.
They're narcissistic maniacs. They're just like, it's a 5 versus 5 game? No, this is a 1 versus 5 game.
Well, I mean, all Kiyotaka needs his teammates for targets to TP on. He's like,
Exactly.
you're nothing but a body to me.
All right, he's coming back into it. What is the setup for 9 Pandas to win the fight? Because we've seen Team Spirit successfully be able to win these longer drawn-out fights where they kind of just like kite back, and then they get on top of the Tinker. What's the winning source for Pandas?
Honestly, I feel like you find the supports and keep Kiyotaka alive, and then the second time he comes in is when you can start to fight the Team Spirit cores. This Lich and Shadow Demon have been incredibly annoying in the long, drawn-out engagements. You want to find them first. I think trying to focus the PL is a debate. If you can find the Beastmaster, you're also happy with that, but the problem with going on Collapse in this game has been the Frost Shield and the Glimmer get thrown out, and you don't have any Dispels. You don't have Nullifiers. You don't have a Shadow Demon Purge. He just is way too tanky. Now with Aegis on top and a Ninja Gear.
So we got it now on Ramsey, so he identifies that problem.
Yes, that is a big factor here. You need to get rid of the survivability items on Team Spirit's side. So now that Beastmaster goes a little more straightforward, but honestly, in these super chaotic late game fights, sometimes just picking the heroes you feel are easiest to kill and finding them is a good way to start. Of course, it also comes down to who Miro sees. You kind of have to take who's in the arena in the first place.
Sure.
And it's on him. Ramses and Kiyotaka will back up that Mars jump. Vision also on Team Spirit's side in this game. They're continuing to play around the Beastmaster Hawks, around the PL Illusions. That's been a big issue for the Mars in trying to find these initiations. I mean, he's trying to find Laurel, the largest damage source for the squishiest hero. If you can get the Zeus, you're really happy. Again, I don't know how realistic that is, so you kind of have to take what's in front of you here.
Look at him. He's building into the right-click build for Zeus. So
why not? He's got that shard.
He might go the Moon Shard. He might go the Manta at some point.
I mean, he's been man-fighting Kiyotaka on the backside of these engagements a lot of times. Like, that extra right-click might win you those little fights. He has AoE Lightning Bolt as well on top of the Timeless Relic. There's a lot of magic damage coming out from the Zeus right now.
Okay, back to the Dragon. Now that makes a little bit more sense. This is about sales. Like that's like you need to invest like 2 or 3 more items into that.
Oshka getting caught out again. This is what 9 Pandas want to find.
Yeah, they keep on finding these random pickoffs every once in a while. They do manage to get the roar onto Miro though. Immediate refresher used. Locks him down. Bat Rider trying to come in and get on top of Laurel, but he's just dead in an instant. Does not last long. 9 Pandas will successfully TP out with most of their heroes. That was meta used, not the Terror Wave. So
Dire's top tower
a little bit of a weak point there for 9 Pandas. We'll see whether or not Team Spirit takes advantage of it.
These fights feel like they're starting to get hard for 9 Pandas to just run into, though. BKB on Laurel and Cheese letting him stand his ground. Collapse is getting massive over here with level 25 talent as well. You're looking at a 22-second roar cooldown. You might be able to get 2 off in a fight, especially if you could take that where the collapse gets gone on and survives, which has been the paradigm a lot of these engagements, you're definitely getting 2 off.
Aegis is going to expire, and they almost have a second nullifier. Well, there's a second nullifier in the game, as we got one on the Phantom Lancer. Utoro picks that one up, but I think Miro is also going nullifier, and almost has it. So.
He does have it. That's number 4. 2 for 9 Pandas, 2 for Team Spirit here, both trying to just purge the single target utility coming out from both these teams. And Hex, the Midas for Antares, has finally paid off as he delivers with a big item. That is a very big item to get. You leap in, you get a Hex on a big core target. Might buy enough time for Ramses to go to work.
I can't believe he doesn't have the shard yet on Techies. I feel like if he can, throw that on the Tinker when he jumps into these fights.
He probably wanted it from the Tormentor.
Yeah,
didn't get the RNG.
Yeah, Team Spirit did take the last Tormentor away from 9 Pandas. I remember that.
I also feel like this Techies Ags would be pretty good in this game with how much you're locking heroes in areas around the arena, just getting more AoE magic damage.
Yeah, maybe.
Only 1 shard. Wow.
Yeah.
What have these guys been doing?
Not killing Tormentors.
Well, this is the part of every Tinker game that we know everybody loves. The high ground defense.
Of course. Whether it's Marching Machines or overwhelming flank plus Shiva spam, collapse, went for the opening on Miro, but he's going to be pulled into the base. This is not where you want to be. Terror waved even deeper in. That was a questionable initiation.
Might bait 9 Pandas out, though, which is kind of what Team Spirit want. They might still be happy to take this fight, even without the Beastmaster, if 9 Pandas overextend into them.
And Kiyotaka, he's forced to use his BKB as the nullifier hits him.
Yeah, I don't think you can chase here, honestly, for 9 Pandas. This is a scary chase. You're just going to open up so much space for the Phantom Lancer illusions to go to work.
I mean, you have to do something while during this 90 seconds. Do you just focus on pushing out the lanes?
I guess so. It's tough.
I think you want to end up in a situation where you force Team Spirit to fight into you.
But I think the only way you're doing that is around Roshan. So you might just be playing for Rosh here, set up first, and then make Team Spirit come into you, into the arenas, into the Tinker. The vision isn't as punishing.
Well, I guess you got a little bit of sustain now. I really don't see this one too often, but the 180 HP regen. So now when Ramses jumps into the arena that Miro sets up, he could just stand in that arena, get a lot of HP during that period of time, especially for a hero that has such high armor.
He has 2 of them, too.
Yeah, does that double up? I've never tested that.
I think it's a buff, so I don't think it doubles. But that is a hard interaction, and as we rarely see this. Either way, that is a significant amount of HP. Definitely nice to just be sitting in there. It's kind of invulnerability for that duration. I don't think Team Spirit are going to chunk you through it here.
I don't know. Larl is working on a Dagon 5, so we'll see.
Yeah, maybe he'll chunk you. Dasher for Yatoro, he will go towards that Abyssal.
I think that's the really scary point for Tinker now. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
now
that
they've
Abyssal.
got a BKB disabler, you know?
I mean, Yatoro just running in there, Invis or Ninja Geared, whatever, and just abyssaling you. That is terrifying and very hard to stop. You almost have to frontline very well for Kiyotaka now and try and find the Phantom Lancer to create the separation as we approach the 50-minute mark. This game has gone the distance and paid off. So is that Techies Midas.
Miro has been hunting all by himself, but he's going to run into all of Team Spirit here. He spotted Maboshka and thought better of it. Thundergod's Wrath immediately used, and they're like, wait a minute, Miro's alone.
What the hell?
This madman is just trying to hunt solo. Well,
Not solo,
but
solo hunt.
do it by himself.
You see Kiyotaka on a Hawk. He got the... Oh!
They got him!
The bash!
The arena to try and bail him out here. Kiyotaka running. The Terror Wave helps as well. He puts himself on the wall, and it looks like he's going to be okay for now. Another attempt for Team Spirit's going to have to go. Meanwhile, the fight rages on inside the arena. The Chain Frost bouncing around. The fight farther up. Larl is controlled up by the lasso, but they don't have the damage to deal with him right now, while Yatoro went for that Tinker, and he did not get him. They're going to buy back immediately on solo. Ramses, he's going to be chased down if he's not careful. He knows he needs to be able to reset. Wait for Kiyotaka. Wait for the second life.
Goes back
now
in.
jumps forward. Kiyotaka.
Still a cheese on Laurel.
That's a big disruption, too. Ramsey's a little bit low. He's got to be careful. He has this Sunder ready to go. He spots Yutoro, but he's Bloodthorned. Oh, no! He's Bloodthorned. The laser's going to be able to help him out, but he dies still the same. Buyback from him. He bots twos into the middle of this fight. Does he have a Terror Wave? We're going to just do melee for him. The Bat Rider's going to be the target.
Can't
First
hit
up,
anything.
Ramses. He can't hit anything. All he's got is his Thunder. He doesn't have mana. He doesn't have Terror Wave. What did he come into this fight for? Kiyotaka. And it's just
He
a
has to
body.
clean
It's
house.
a body for Kiyotaka to try and 1 versus 5. Can
He's
he
out of
do
mana.
it? 1 versus 10 with
He's
the
out of
buyback.
mana.
He's out of mana. He's out of life and he's dead. He's got a buyback. So does Antares. But a 2 versus 4?
There's just not enough bodies for Kiyotaka to TP on. Team Spirit wear through the techies so many times. They cannot find Yatoro. Yatoro is overextending these engagements, but it doesn't matter. They have no turnaround on the Phantom Lancer. No way to identify the real run. And he just punishes the hell out of them. Laurel with that cheese, making it last. Buyback reinitiates. They've caught a
Kiyotaka's
techie.
not here to help out Antares.
There's no
He might
one
just
here to
get
help
popped.
him.
Yeah, he gets picked off before Kiyotaka could do anything.
He had that level 25 techies talent, but I don't think he got the right click much. And now it is once again Kiyotaka versus the world. He is going to spam for his life to try and slow down this push. It is a lot of time to try and buy. How much do Team Spirit force here? They want Megas, they want Throne. You got to get something off of this team fight win.
I mean, if you're going to stick around, surely you go Throne, right?
That's what I'm thinking, but maybe they feel like the techie spam is too much. I mean, Miro does spawn as well. These are the decisions that win and lose you games right now. You need to trust in your carry's call. And it will be Toro's. He does not want to go
Almost
throw.
got him. So hard for Kiyotaka to get close enough to be able to laser. The threat of a Blink Disruption or the Nimbus. Disruption, managed to break through Lincoln's, but it blocked the disruption, not the purge, so that's fine.
Heroes are respawning for 9 Pandas. 15 seconds for Ramses, and they still have a glyph. This Megas is gonna be contestable by the Terrorblade.
It is. The Hawk breaking the Lincolns, an opportunity perhaps. Miro
Hero
jumping
win. He
forward.
found the
Actually
BL.
got the stun on him with the spear. He throws at a wall, trying to block out the rest of the heroes.
And Ramses is back.
He's back and he's bad. He's got the Terror Wave onto all these heroes. It's going to be Mopochka first. Disruption out onto the Phantom Lancer. He comes back alive. Do they have the detection? Tried to fear.
Spear missed.
No, he managed to get the doppelganger away. And now the Mars in trouble. Now Ramsey's going to be dying to these illusions. Gets off the Sunder. He stays alive off of that, but the illusions are destroying him. Unless Kiyotaka is getting the blind on him, they, not the real Phantom Lancer, but just the illusions are going to kill Ramsey.
Yatoro's not even in the fight, and he's winning it. Absolutely no answer for Phantom Lancer right now, and that is 5 buybacks on cooldown for 9 Pandas here as Spirit hold on to some of their own and are looking towards that next Roshan to be able to close out this game. They did not get the Megas, though. That is worth noting, right? That was a very precarious situation for Team Spirit. Do you make the Throne call? Do you make the Megas call? They made the Megas, didn't end up getting it. That feels like best case scenario for 9 Pandas off a full team fight wipe and 5 buyback loss. Disperser will be finished up for Yatoro. He is pretty much maxed out here. The only thing he's missing is that other level 30 talent, which if he gets to there, I mean, God help you trying to find this Phantom Lancer with Doppelganger cooldown as Kiyotaka looks for his own level 30. A clash of 2 gods.
Trying to burst him. They get him. Keeping their distance
He's
from
gone
this
for 2
Phantom
minutes.
Lancer. Yatoro's just too damn strong. Solo. Dead instantly. 9 Pandas will have to funnel back to their base. They can't do enough damage. Yatoro's constantly heart healing up. They needed that Miro initiation to have a chance. Now they're just going to have to give up whatever it is. Roshan, lanes.
Might be everything here. You still have 90 seconds without that Mars. Team Spirit know every kill is a guaranteed grave here. And this will be an Ags Roshan. I mean, who even has Ag space left? I guess it's Collapse? Once a 55-minute drum? Give it to the Shadow Demon has one too, so it's either him or Mopochka. Honestly, I think you give it to the Lich. I feel like the AoE gaze is better than the drum at this point. in time. And Collapse is going to hold on to it. It might be the game plan. Of course, Aegis on Laurel, a big deal as well. Having 2 lives. All that mana to pour into the poor 9 Pandas bodies that Kiyotaka will use to propel himself in an attempt to pull this game back. Yatoro does not want Megas anymore. He wants the throne.
But this just means you're getting closer and closer to the fountain where Tinker is going to be playing mostly, and a lot of Techie's mind set up as well.
Getting blinded. Slow push, but they will get it.
They got the lasso, he's low.
Yes,
oh,
no
and they
Aegis.
just got him. They do manage to have the purge out. A little bit more burst damage. They might just be able to get him with a blast off, and he's dead. Okay.
Does he
Is
buy
going
back?
to buy back, though? They already got the Megas, so there's not much of a need for it.
Yeah, they're going to hold a smart decision.
Ramsey's
They're going
a
to
little bit
go back.
low. They're going back into it. Nullifier on him. He still has the Sunder. May have to use it on an ally. Yep, Solo's going to be the target.
Tars.
Off. He does manage to land with Laurel getting low as well. They burst him down. That's going to be the Aegis. Are they going to buy back still? Yutoro is holding on to it.
They got the
Collapse,
Tinker.
got the initiation. Now he's buys back. Now he's going to try and join in the fight with the Tinker almost dead. Everything to save the Tinker. Everything to kill the Tinker. Kiyotaka is the Vander machine. He is staying alive. His team has kept him up. Yutoro, meanwhile, on the side, pushes through mid. Tries to go for Antares. It's not enough, though. They got one of the carries, but the true carry of this game is still up. Kiyotaka holds strong.
How much can he hold? That was double core buyback for Spirit, and they're going to back off? 94,000 hero damage done, and he's not even close to finishing this game, I think.
Wasn't it just like 70,000 when they last showed that
I mean,
marker?
every fight at this point is going to be another 15, 20K for sure. It's guaranteed. Timeless Relic helps boost it up. My God, he is ascending to the nightmare of all Tinker foes everywhere.
What happened to Mira's disruption? Because that's usually been the save for Yutoro to prevent these chain stuns.
Just couldn't get in there. I think the blink's getting canceled. It's very hard for him to reach Yatoro in the first place. He did get off the cleanse, which was healing Yatoro for a decent chunk of that.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they used it previously. Either way, nice hex chaining on Yatoro to finish up that kill. That was the hex picked up by Kiyotaka as well as the one that Antares had. And I mean, you were talking about late game techies, Cap. He has reached that level 25 plus with Mjolnir. The attack speed is there. He has the drum built into the Tranquil Boots upgrade, the Bongo Boots, the Midas, the Mjolnir, the Trickster Cloak. You're talking about the real carry in this game.
This is what the Keen have been fighting for. This is what they've been building towards.
And we are approaching the 60-minute mark, which means the items are going to come through. The Ex Machinas.
Oh, God. Imagine a cast.
The pirate hats.
Oh, that's a big kill. This Collapse kill has been massive.
He's gone.
These Primal Roars have stopped Kiyotaka so many times. Now he's dead for 2 minutes. They don't have to worry about him. They can go for 60-minute items, and he'll still be gone. Tari's trying to get a blast off out of the Nimbus. He'll be okay. He'll be fine.
Oh, they're
Is
chasing.
Mira gonna be okay? Kiyotaka, he's not gonna keep chasing.
They smell blood in the water right now. Sure, you got the Megas against them, but they're going to have buyback advantage coming up. These buybacks for 9 Pandas are back online. Kiyotaka's going to have his here in 3 seconds. Solo has his. Ramsey's, he's missing the gold, but the cooldown's there. And meanwhile, 5 minutes for Collapse, 5 minutes for Yatoro.
Oh, Solo trying to peek his head into the base, see if he can get a cheeky pick off. Instead, he's met with a purge.
Now the shoe is on the other foot as how much do 9 Pandas want to try and push this buyback advantage. Ramsey's also with bots too in Refresher. He can come back in these engagements if he can farm up the gold, but he's going to have double of everything here. As I guess every hero in this game has double of everything at this point.
He got the wisdom room. You're level 30, Doc. Save that for somebody else.
The BM.
You goddamn maniac.
The BM's out of control.
All right, we're gonna have 60-minute items.
You think Kiyotaka knows anybody else is in this game right now?
He's like, these bots are acting really weird.
He is the true emperor. They are but vessels for his greatness.
Okay, what 60-minute items are game changers here?
I mean, You're probably looking at Ex Machinas here just for another round on a lot of these heroes.
Seer Stones
Double
for
hexes.
Tinker and Zeus.
Seer Stone's not bad, yeah.
Giant's Ring for Mars,
There's
maybe
one
Phantom
Ex
Lancer.
Machina. Do you want the Giant's Ring for Phantom Lancer? To counteract the Shrink Ray.
Of course.
God. By the way, Yatoro did hit that level 30, so he has that Doppelganger cooldown talent on top of everything else here. And Ex Machina's coming in for Team Spirit,
Yeah,
man.
there they go.
Arcanist armor from Maposhka, very nice here. Get that 40% reflection on everybody. You're talking about how much damage Kiyotaka is doing. You reduce 40% of that for 5 seconds. That is a nice support pickup here.
I mean, what about Mirror Shields? I only saw one of them picked up. They're booking it dead for Collapse. Okay. He's
Piece
thinking
of
about
rat
trying to
action.
end the game.
But overall, triple Ex Machina for Team Spirit. They just want the refreshes here. They want the Hex Chains. They want multiple Blood Thorns.
But what happens if they get initiated on first? Maposhka, first one down in this fight.
He does have buyback here.
And Laurel, he's in a corner here.
Roran Miro, he's tanking it up.
He is taking it up. Antares, refresh, blink in. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe trying to get a taser off, but Doomman throws
last
Miro out.
one, though.
Miro still dies, though. Immediately buy back. Meanwhile, the Laurel, who was caught in a corner, could not get out of it. Yotoro's going to try and get himself out of here with the Doppelganger. They have the Glimmer Capes. They're going to reset a little bit here. Kiyotaka needs mana. TP's out. No stuns. No catches. And Kiyotaka is about
is
ready
this
to come back in
illusion,
again.
bro?
They're going to go for Ramsey's going to go for a refresh Terrorblade. He goes and kills Mira off of that one.
Oh, it's the man fight.
Miro,
this
this is
is for the game
gonna
right
be a
here.
dieback for him. They finish him off right as BKB expires. Chain Frost bouncing around with the Lotus Orbs as well. Kiyotaka, he has Yotoro on top of him. They need to be able to help him out. His side goes out.
He's turning him
That
into
buys
a
little
pig.
bit of time. He's getting the chain stuns, but now they have the Nimbus. It's stopping Kiyotaka. E-Blade, he needs to be able to create space. Beans to get the blink away while Ramsey's in pretty deep here. He's gonna get bashed up. He can't deal with this one. Yotoro's just too damn big for him. He does have a buyback. Nullifier over onto the Tinker. Antares in some trouble. He's gonna be bursting down the right-hand side while Kiyotaka playing a game of cat and mouse gets away. The mouse survives, or maybe he's the cat. Kiyotaka readying himself for another strike.
That Nimbus bailed Yotoro out so hard. He was getting chain pigged there to infinity, but he has to retreat on the Tinker after that Nimbus comes out. Book of the Dead chasing him as well. Team Spirit are searching for the true carry in this game, but they cannot find it. More buybacks forced out here. Another Ramsey's buyback, another Laurel buyback. Absolute sick lasso by Solo to somehow find Zeus in the middle of all of that. And the Illusion Brawl is just going to work. Over 100k hero damage for the machine. But how much will it take? Team Spirit continue their assault. And now the buyback. The buyback game is starting to switch back over after Ramsey, Solo, and Miro commit there. Only 1 minute on the clock for Yotoro to have his backup and collapse as well. Team Spirit back in a position where they should be happy to take an aggressive jump. Yotoro's gonna push it.
Kiyotaka blinking away. The illusions follow him. Gotta beware. The
Oh, that
disruption
jump.
illusions also gonna be used to push this in. It is just wave after wave. Book of the Dead, illusions,
Boars.
mega creeps, boars. Lasso got him with the force staff.
Got him
Boars.
again?
They got the real one. Oh, this is massive disruption. He's gonna come back. He's gonna be about half health. A flame break, and already he's healing up big time. Terror wave goes out though. Yotoro fighting through that one thanks to the cleanse. He's getting the bashes, but the damage comes in thick and fast.
Ramsey's-
He's got to be careful of that laser. Ramsey's got to be careful of the burst damage from Laurel. He
Nobody
gets
to
off his
Sunder.
BKB. Where's the Sunder?
Giant Miro's back.
Kiyotaka hunting. He's really gunning for this one.
Oh, he's in no man's land. Absolutely Solo looking for anything, but he will not find it.
I thought he was. I was like, all right, they're both resetting. It's gonna. And Kiyotaka's like, no. They're running away. I want to catch somebody.
By the way, we're at the point where this Tinker has a refresher orb just to reset his BKB. That is how deep this game has gone. Pull out everything to try and get the win. Even the rearms are not enough spells and items for Kiyotaka.
And even still, he will not buy a shard.
Scanning.
He refuses.
does
He
not
doesn't
want
want
it.
that item.
He will get it from a Tormentor, or God be damned, he will refuse to purchase it. And
Did
a
we get all
quick
the tier
smoke.
5 items, by the way? For
No, I
Pandas?
think 9 Pandas are still missing a few.
Yeah, there's a Timeless Relic on Kiyotaka. Oh, I mean, maybe he wants
Solo.
to keep that. He wants to keep that. That's why.
Solo has Seer Stone. It's helping him in these initiations, but it's into the high ground.
Oh, Yatoro
Yatoro's
gets
just on
straight
top
up
of
right
him.
on top of him already. The arena is out, but the Tinker is fading fast. Half health. Ramses, you need to be able to bail him out. He does have a buyback. He's the only one with buyback in this fight. Disruption onto... Oh, no!
That absolutely just crashed everybody's game. The Tinker death to the PL illusions. Kiyotaka wants the 1v1.
1v1.
Will
That's
he get
what
it?
Kiyotaka wants.
I mean, it has been a 1v5 for some of this game as the rest of his heroes are falling off. So maybe he feels like there's not much difference to the Tinker God. But there is a world of difference here. I don't know how much this changes the team fight, but I guess they all DC'd at the same time, so it's even.
It is kind of even, yeah.
That said, they got Kiyotaka the first time. Yatoro slays him. He's going to have to come back in off this buyback. This is do or die for 9 Pandas in this engagement, and you still have a Yatoro and a Collapse buy that can come back into this dire outpost. I mean, this has got to look pretty damn good for Team Spirit here. 9 Pandas need to find an opening.
Just a classic Dota moment here, as you get to appreciate a 63-minute game. Kiyotaka is bought back. No buybacks on 9 Pandas. Yatoro and Collapse, the ones inside of the arena, do have theirs.
And that dire outpost to secure them for sure.
Look at Antares. He's up there. He's blasting the Lich right now with his right clicks.
I mean, he is messing him up. There's no way around it. This is an Ex Machina on Antares techies. He can refresh this Hex here. He can refresh this BKB. But Yatoro, he has so many illusions out, man. How do you deal with him right now?
And they're about to get the illusions on the Terrorblade as well.
Yeah, they're just looking for the supports. Miro's on Mira. Antares on Mapochka. They want to clear through the backline that do not have the buybacks, that they are guaranteed deaths, and then try and take the man fight, but it is going to be the Lancer versus the Machine. Round 2.
All right. Both teams are going to have an opportunity to strategize around this. What's your call? If you're Team Spirit, what are you trying to do out of this?
Kill anybody you can. I don't know if there's much strategy, bro. Look at the game state. It's going to be fuck anybody up that's in your way and hope you win the fight because the Tinker's coming back and who the hell knows what's going to happen.
And we begin back into it. Antares trying to finish off Mapochka. Same goes to Solo. Another disconnect, though.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. And that was on Miro, who was chasing down the Shadow Demon. It looks like he's going to die to Kiyotaka, who is on top of the Shadow Demon with the BKB expired.
All you can do is rearm the processors here. The computers, they're getting taxed. This game has gone to a place that no Dota game should have gone.
Where did the illusions go, by the way? The Terrorblade illusions. Oh, he Terrorwaved them away. Oh, so a Terrorwave is coming in. That's going to help Antares.
There's just too many damn units, man.
Solo, I don't think he can kill Mapochka by himself. He needed the techies,
I mean,
but...
This might be a stop-motion fight, because every time a Tinker spell or an AoE spell hits all these PL illusions, the CPUs cannot handle it. The calculations are too much. The math too intense. I need a translator here.
I think Solo and Mira are both going to die.
I'm sure the conversation is on the lines of, nice Phantom Lancer lag, bro. Yeah, nice Tinker lag, bro. These are actually the two greatest fears of all Dota players combined into one game.
Phantom Lancer and Tinker?
Yeah, 60-minute plus level 30 Phantom Lancer versus 60-minute plus level 30 Tinker.
Everybody else is suffering a living nightmare right now.
2 players get to play this game. The other 8
All right, round
will get
3.
to think about it in their sleep.
Round 3, the Terrorwave pushes them away. Solo is going to be surrounded by heroes and killed, but so does Mira. So no Shadow Demon, no Bat Rider.
Fight's getting reset here. Mira is out for 120, so is Solo. So somehow that ended up being an even dieback support exchange. But of course, Kiyotaka having to spend his... Maybe 9 Pandas happy to just back out there and say, we didn't know what the hell was going on, but...
Yeah, they had creeps coming in
You
anyway.
don't want to lose the game.
Their throne is very, very much...
But that'll be Roshan here.
Yeah.
And that means you can give this Aegis to somebody without the buyback.
And the wait unless Miro does something crazy. Okay, he's running into Book of the Dead. They've already scouted him. Surely
contest?
this is not the play anymore.
This is
Kiyotaka,
insane.
he goes in deep for this one. Primal Roar immediately up, and that may just be a timing. The Thunder's there. Kiyotaka, can he do it with
Ram
the second
God.
life? He gets off the BKB, but no, the nullifiers and the bashes are just too
Didn't
much
matter.
to handle. The Terror Wave couldn't save him. The machine, it collapses, it falls, it finally rusts away, and 9 Pandas have nothing left. Team Spirit will finally take, not the series, just a game 2 to push us to a game 3.
I don't know what we're going to see in game 3, but it's going to have to top this. What a performance here from Team Spirit to drag that game back. Remember?